Let's explore why naturopathic protocols often involve multiple supplements and the complex reasoning behind these recommendations. The fundamental challenge lies in addressing interconnected body systems. Unlike conventional medicine's single molecule pharmaceutical approach, naturopathic medicine targets multiple pathways simultaneously: immune function, inflammation, detoxification, hormones, gut health, and nutrient status. Each system requires specific interventions when disrupted. In chronic illness, these systems are typically interconnected, creating complex patterns that need comprehensive treatment approaches. Natural supplements are inherently more complex than pharmaceuticals. A single herbal extract contains numerous bioactive compounds working in concert, including alkaloids, flavonoids, and terpenoids. The effectiveness often depends on this complete phytocomplex rather than isolated ingredients. Additionally, many beneficial natural compounds like curcumin, omega-3s, CoQ10, and resveratrol have poor bioavailability, requiring special delivery systems to be properly absorbed. For example, standard curcumin versus phospholipid complex curcumin can have dramatically different absorption rates. Quality control presents another critical consideration. Under current U.S. law, DSHEA 1994, supplements don't require FDA pre-market approval. Common quality issues include contamination, intentional adulteration, and misleading labels. International researchers, including those from NIH and USDA, have emphasized the need for validated analytical methods and rigorous quality standards. Naturopathic doctors serve as quality control gatekeepers, evaluating manufacturing practices, reviewing certificates of analysis, checking for third-party testing, and selecting professional-grade products from trusted sources. The extensive training required to safely prescribe supplements involves 4 years of doctoral-level education, following undergraduate prerequisites, approximately 8 years total. This includes over 4,100 hours of class and clinical instruction, with 1,200 plus hours of supervised clinical training. The curriculum covers conventional medical sciences before specialized training in clinical nutrition and botanical medicine. This depth of education is crucial because common herbs can significantly affect drug metabolism through cytochrome P450 enzymes and P-glycoprotein transporters. Supplement dosing differs fundamentally from pharmaceutical prescribing. While drugs have standardized doses and well-mapped pharmacokinetics, supplement absorption varies widely based on chemical form, absorption enhancers, individual gut health, enzyme activity, microbiome composition, and timing relative to food. This complexity means that the same ingredient in different products may deliver vastly different amounts of bioactive compounds. Disease complexity often necessitates protocol complexity. Chronic conditions typically involve multiple interconnected systems and self-reinforcing cycles. Research shows how mitochondrial dysfunction generates oxidative stress, triggering inflammatory pathways that further damage mitochondria. Breaking these cycles requires intervention at multiple points. This multi-agent approach parallels conventional medicine, where conditions like heart failure routinely require 5+ medications targeting different mechanisms. Studies show 82% of cancer patients take 7 or more medications, with drug interaction risks reaching 50% at 4 medications and approaching 100% at 10. The financial aspect cannot be ignored. Supplements are rarely covered by insurance, making comprehensive protocols expensive, often $150 to $400 monthly out of pocket. A 2024 cost-effectiveness study comparing cholesterol treatments found that while generic pravastatin costs about 66 cents per milligram per deciliter of LDL reduction, red yeast rice costs 84 cents and berberine 81 cents. With insurance coverage, pravastatin drops to approximately 10 cents per milligram per deciliter. This requires honest discussions about prioritization and affordability. Supplements aren't always the best choice. Using red yeast rice versus statins for cholesterol illustrates this point. Red yeast rice contains monocolin K, chemically identical to lovastatin, but without standardization or quality controls. Studies found monocolin K content varying up to 100-fold between products with widespread citrinin contamination. Meanwhile, major clinical trials show statins reducing cardiovascular events by 24% and overall mortality by 22%. Similar considerations apply for acute infections, severe depression, poorly controlled diabetes, and cardiovascular events. The current information landscape presents additional challenges. Studies show over 70% of young adults follow health influencers on social media, with 40% purchasing recommended products. Health misinformation generated 3.8 billion Facebook views in one pandemic year, with false health news 70% more likely to be shared than accurate information. While health coaches play valuable roles, their typically 3-month certification programs don't provide the depth needed for complex supplement prescribing. Protocol development integrates 3 evidence sources: population-based research, clinical trials and meta-analyses, traditional knowledge, systematic observations from various healing traditions, and individual factors: genetics, health history, medications, digestive function, stress levels, diet, environment, budget, and goals. This process is iterative. Protocols evolve as patient health changes, requiring regular reassessment and adjustment. The complexity of supplement interactions grows exponentially with multiple prescriptions and supplements. This necessitates longer appointment times, typically 1 to 2 hours for initial visits and 30 to 60 minutes for follow-ups, compared to 20 minutes in conventional settings. Each recommendation reflects careful consideration of physiology, research, traditional wisdom, and individual needs. The goal is never complexity for its own sake, but rather the minimum effective intervention for each relevant system. The field demands both extensive knowledge and intellectual humility, recognizing the limits of current understanding while staying grounded in scientific evidence. Successful protocols balance multiple factors: therapeutic efficacy, safety, quality, bioavailability, interactions, cost, and individual patient needs. This patient-centered approach requires ongoing assessment and adjustment to optimize outcomes while maintaining safety and sustainability. Thank you so much for watching.